बहुत अच्छे बना
क्या करते हैं?
अच्छे अच्छे मालूम
तू है सुन का त्या मैं बोलते
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. So, we have two amazing speakers with us today. They are going to deliver a speech on roadmap to MLSA and their journey to becoming MVP Acing certification. And yeah, over to you, Rohit, Priya, and Arpita.
अगर को गुस्सा होता है कि अल्लाह जाने चुप रहती
Hello everyone. I'm sorry if we crack in between because we are using Discord after quite long, so please excuse us if it happens anywhere. If you have any issues seeing or hearing us, please let us know in advance. So with that disclaimer on board, hello everyone. So we are here today to present on the topic, and we will be covering MLSA program, MVP program, and Microsoft certifications in depth. So I am joined by my co-speaker here, Arpita. So hello everyone. Arpita, you want to say something?
जी
Sure. Hi, everyone. And it would be great if you're not speaking, you could mute yourselves, the other, like the audience members. And so, okay, today we're going to walk you like a quick walk through MLSA, what it is, why so many students are doing it, why we did it in the first place, and what MVP program is, like post your graduation, what all things you can do. And then we're also going to tell you a bit about certifications because I believe most of you are looking for internships, some of you for full-time opportunities, and like certifications would be a nice way to practice.
Yes. So just give me 1 second. I will be sharing my screen.
वो सबमिट हुए
स्टार्ट करें नहीं
Okay, let me know if you can see my screen.
कौन बा?
Is it visible?
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, awesome. So you can see it, Arpita, right?
Yes.
All right. So we are good to go then. Just arrange my windows. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. So hi everyone. So a quick formal hello from both one of us to you, every one of you over here. So we will walk you through the these programs that we have been a part of and how it has impacted our careers. It has influenced our careers to a lot, and we will walk you because it covered basically our student journey and now where we stand as professionals. So it's very interesting topic, and we really hope that it will give you a good head start if you are aiming to go ahead in your if I speak about career prospects or how to go ahead in community. So let's go ahead. Okay, so a quick introduction slide. So I'll let Arpita speak first and then I'll move on.
Okay. Hi everyone. So I'm currently a software engineer at Myntra. I hope you all know Myntra, especially the shopping people. And before that, I was a Microsoft intern. I have also interned at a startup called UB. And with MVP, well, currently I am for cognitive search majorly, but it deals with the AI segment of area. And we've also been mentors inside MVP, and we'll cover both of those in the session so that you people understand what it is and how you also can become one. And we were both gold MLSs as well. So Rohit started in the MLSA program before me. So back then it was MSP, but that's a story he should cover. So I started when it was rebranded to MLSA Alpha Beta Gold, and then we graduated as Gold. That's a brief about me, Rohit.
Yeah, so I think most of the part has been covered here already. I don't have nothing much more than this that you have already covered. But yes, I'm working as a Microsoft consultant right now. It's a remote job that I'm doing out of New Delhi area for a company based out of Sydney, Australia. And besides that, all the other boxes are the same. So again, I also am Microsoft MVP right now in Azure AI domain. Besides that, I also have graduated from MLSA program as a gold MLSA. Besides that, I've interned at Microsoft. We have been Windows Insider MVPs and done a lot of things together. So yeah, let's walk you through the slides then, and I'll hand it over to Arpita then to take you through the slides.
Okay, so we'll start with the MLSA program. So MLSA is basically Microsoft Open Student Ambassador, but please do not confuse it with intern Shala Student Ambassador programs or code blocks ones. You're not expected to sell courses or something like that. It's actually a program that will help you grow your resume and your skills. And so initially, we will start with what we did, how the program impacted us, and then we will walk you through how you can make the most out of it. So next slide. Okay, so the first picture you see there, it's a community call, and there are people from all over the world there. Some faces might be familiar to you. There's Pablo as well. Pablo is still the director of the whole initiative. So we used to have these calls, kind of late night for India, keeping the time zones in mind, where we would play Kahoot games or Among Us games or Scribbles as bonding activities. So, like 2 to 3 months into the program, you'll be able to talk to people from all over the world, irrespective of the time zone of the countries, and you'll be able to collaborate with them on multiple hackathons and other things like those. So, that is a very glorified point for your resumes, for your growth, for your exposure, that you would have an international exposure there. The second picture where we have my name on the top and Rohit's name in the bottom. So it's basically a list. There were around 20 people selected, and we had a scavenger hunt in the community. So MLSA community will offer you remote playing opportunities or games like those. So in our case, it was treasure hunt. Everyone who won got some monetary amount, if I'm not wrong, right, Rohit? I think they gave us around 10 USD or 100 USD something.
Yeah, it was 100 years.
100 USD. So we won the scavenger hunt, and there were around 20 winners, and they gave 100 USD straight away to all of us. Now the good part is when you're part of things like games like scavenger hunt, like okay, you do it in India, you like chits chupai hoti idhar udhar, you find something and stuff. Here it's online, so it's a totally different exposure, a different experience than you would have got if sitting at your home. Okay. Now the other two picks are swag kits. So these are kind of old picks. This is from the time when we became beta. The lower one is beta, the top one is gold. Now the kits have become even better. Like they're also giving out headphones and stuff like those. So MLSA, the good thing is they look after your swag, after your monetary gifts and everything. So all you need to do is be active, be a part of the community that can help you as well as others leverage on these things, and it will help you grow. Next slide. Okay, so this is a very nice experience I had. So I was selected for a call with Satya Nadella. Satya is the CEO of Microsoft. If you can see this picture, the lower one, there's Satya in the corner. And we were around 3 to 4 MLSs only. The rest were full-time employees of Microsoft and Satya. And it was a surprise call for us as well. We were told that, as you can see the first email screenshot there, that we had basically a session at MS Build. I hope you people know MS Build. And there we had a surprise call with Satya as well, which was a private call for us, where we discussed like technologies that Microsoft wants to incorporate or further questions that we could have asked him. So we had things like those, and there is a tweet that Pablo added right after it. So they covered mine and others' experience who were a part of MS Build, MS Ignite, on how it was interacting with Satya or interacting with Scott. Scott Hanselman is also like one of the best people you will meet out there. He's very a tech frantic kind of a person and very friendly. So yeah, people will provide you opportunities like those. You just have to be sure to grab the correct one. And like I said, as you can see, the tweet is by Pablo himself. So it's a very supportive crowd. You tell them like you want to explore this kind of opportunities, they'll help you with that, and they'll market those also for you. Next slide. Yeah, so a bit more about the things I did in the community. The first is a Starbucks card. So there was a Microsoft Graph challenge, and I won that challenge. So it was not exclusive to MLSAs, but we did get an edge there because there were MLSA moderators for the Graph session, and then the Graph challenge took place. So I won the challenge, and again they sent me a 100 USD Starbucks card straight away. I still have that card. I like in my phone. I still have that card. So it had no expiry on it, obviously, and it came all the way from USA straight to my home. Like congratulations and all of that. Then the picture you see below is Global Azure Day. Basically, May 5 is Global Azure Day, and they get speakers from all around the world. I can hear my echoes. Someone on. Okay. Okay. Fine.
It's
So,
someone else.
yeah, well, they muted themselves. Thank you. So yeah, Global Azure Day is basically May 5, and what they do is they get speakers or Azure users, MVPs, MLSs from all around the world and host sessions with them. So in this Global Azure picture, back then I was not an MVP, I was an MLSA. So there are around 3 to 4 MLSs in the picture, 2 MVPs, and they walked us through like what projects they had done, what we did, and how we could make ours better, and how we could use those Azure projects and let further students know how they could use it to amplify their own projects. So you will have international student discussions like those, catered to the things you like, you want. Then the third one is grasp. Okay, so Grasshopper, it's majorly for women. So what the MLSA community did was we had an EVA section, like a women section, and we had some sessions there and all. And then we were asked to participate in a game or something. And I think the top 20 or 50 women got scholarships straight away to Grace Hopper celebration. Now, Grace Hopper, you get exposure to sessions like MLSs would host sessions and stuff like those. In Grace Hopper, you would have sessions directly from company. I remember Snapchat hosted a session on launching VFX and all those things, and it was very nice. So directly from companies, there would be sessions, there would be career booths, and the below image, the guy with the dog is actually my interviewer then. So he works in Chubb. He's a very nice guy. So you'll also get exposure to these level of grand conferences, which might be hard to crack on own, but the MLSA, the community, it helps you with that. Next slide. Yeah. So the first picture, okay, the first picture is kind of close to our heart because we interned at Microsoft, and our way was kind of shaped by the MLSA community itself. So Rohit and me were interns there, and 2 more people, Gino and Frenica. A very nice internship experience because we were building one of a kind of a project. And see, now when you see on the systems or on the internet, you see, okay, low code bot is a very common thing. Back then, we just had one statement and what things we needed to use, and that's it. So it started very nice. We architectured the whole thing with few flow charts for it, and cut down 5 months. They also, the MLSA community came together, the leadership at MLSA. They came together and they shot a video about the whole journey and all, which is available on YouTube as well if you want to visit that. And it was very fulfilling because when on my 4th year I showed Microsoft internship, it gave me good grades, good credits as well. Now the other 2 pictures. So Microsoft will also enable you to commit to their GitHub repositories. So we actually made curriculums for IoT and data science. So here we have a picture for IoT. So you can be like you can have code commits also. You can have documentational commits as well. You can have graphical commits as well. They will give you ample number of options, whatever you like, whatever you want to pursue. And to all those who participated in this IoT for beginners, they gave us this kit, this Raspberry Pi 4 kit, which I still haven't used, frankly. But you will be rewarded for the hours, for the time you put in such things. Next slide. Yes. So okay, here we have data science for beginners, and if you search our names, you'll find Arpita and Rohit as well there. I think we did the documentational part. No, we did documentational and analysis part for data science. Okay. Other than that, okay. So, okay, how many of you know of Microsoft Reactor? Do you people know Microsoft Reactor? Things went quiet. Rohit, you want to tell them about Microsoft Reactor?
Yeah, sure. So
Wait,
Reactor
people are
is
saying
like,
yes in the chat.
okay, nice. We have people who know about Reactor, but we'll still give you a brief context. But this is your homework that you'll have to go search for it. And especially if you are in Bangalore, go check it out. So Reactor is like a community run by Microsoft. It's again for all people who are into STEM, who are into tech. So we have a community where we have different sets of people who come and take sessions at Reactor. So it's a mix of both like offline and online events. So if you are in Bangalore, go check out any of Reactor space near you. Chances are that you will see an event happening there on almost every weekend. if you are online, you can just check out Microsoft Reactor on YouTube. They have a YouTube channel where they stream every session and other sessions that are streamed exclusively online on the channel itself. So you'll get to learn a lot of content from them. So go check it out. That's all we have about Reactor.
Okay. So the lower right image that you see, that was the first session we had on Reactor. So back then we were just starting out, and initially the MLSA community, they said that you can be moderator to the sessions, but the MVP we collaborated with was a very nice person. He is a nice person. So he gave us segments that we could also speak about in the session, and that's when it hit me that this is something nice. This is something we should continue. And the image next to it is from a very recent session, in fact. So we've been continuing speaking at Microsoft Reactor for over last 2 to 3 years. We majorly speak on AI. There are few segments on low code as well, but majorly it's AI, custom vision for creative search, open AI recently, things like those. So MLSA will also provide you the platform to go into communities and podiums like Microsoft Reactor. Because the thing is, with Reactor, you can collaborate with international level speakers as well and deliver a session altogether. And the topmost image where it says welcome student ambassadors. So Rohit and I also started a community called Edge Add-ons Dev, and Rohit should speak more about it. It's more close to him.
Yeah, sure. So how many of you are here are into extension development? Like, do you build extension for Chrome, Firefox, Edge, all of these browsers? Anyone here? A quick show of hands.
I did one for Firefox years ago. I don't
That's
remember it.
So if you are interested into extension development, back then we discovered that there was no community like this into existence. So we went ahead and we built this community. It's not functional right now, but yes, we might resurrect it. It's up to the whole system how it goes ahead. But yes, over there we had a whole community running. It was based on the MLSA platform itself, so it was hosted right inside MLSA Teams, and we gave a platform for ambassadors to come learn about extension development. We had some fun events. We had a couple of hackathons as well, where we had all of these MLSs learn how to build basically extensions for Chromium browsers. So Chrome, Edge, Brave, Vivaldi, Opera, all of those browsers that we use. So that was a bit about that community. And yes, that was a very fun project along with Arpita. And we officially collaborated with people from Microsoft. So there were people from the Edge team working on Edge browser. So across different domains, they came, they gave sessions. We had hackathons with them. It was a really fun experience for me.
Yeah. So we also would have office hours bi-weekly or bi-monthly, where we would get engineers from Microsoft Office directly to come and talk to the MLSAs on how it would be good to build an extension, why to build an extension. So do you people know that Postman initially started as an extension? It has scaled to a multi-level enterprise now, but it started as an extension. So we wanted that kind of ideas from the community, and we succeeded very well. From the hackathons, we got a few projects which people took to Imagine Pub later on. But you will get such kind of opportunities as well, and you can start your own insider community, get the permission, but you can start your own insider community for such causes as well. It's like, okay, so the favorite part, the best part is the events that you can host. So, okay, first event is the one which we hosted in Delhi NCR campus at Microsoft Office there. And we had a couple of games, lunch. Obviously, without food, the events make no sense. So we had food and stickers and a bit of swags for the quiz winners. And I think they were very nice. Okay, we had those cups. We had very nice Microsoft cups for the swags part there. And we had sessions. Okay, so we covered sessions from personal building, like how you can like have a personal brand for yourself, diversification, people who wanted DevRel, SDS career. So we had those career goal session as well. And the main purpose of having such sessions is so that you're able to connect with your network, MLSA network, and you're able to explore the opportunities as a group. Because once you talk to multiple people, you'll get to know that there are more things out there than you would have not known. So the first image is from Delhi one. The image right below it is, okay, we have those Microsoft hoodies. And Rohit will talk more about that image. But I'll cover the next one as well. Next one is from Bangalore. So we hosted an event at Microsoft office in Bangalore, the Ferns office, and here we had some
Actually,
discussions.
oh, Aditya,
Yeah, that was
Yes, yes, Aditya.
yeah. So it was in Bangalore, obviously. So okay, the funny part, Aditya had graduated by then, but like we all were there, and so what we did in the Bangalore part was it was a bit different than the Delhi meetup. We took everyone for a tour of the Microsoft Bangalore office. That's a very beautiful office. Every floor is theme based there. So we took everyone for a tour. Then we had lunch, pizzas, and all pictures, obviously, swags, pins, photo frames, and all of those. Got good click pictures. So basically, the motive here for the Bangalore meetup was only to connect, to understand, and to get an idea of how Microsoft actually looks, how it works. Rohit, you want to speak about the third picture?
Yeah, sure. So this picture is from a hackathon that we both went to. We were invited as mentors over there, mentor and judge both. So it was in MATE. If you all are from Delhi NCR area, you might have heard about MATE, Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Technology. So that's a picture of us from there. So we both had these amazing hoodies. So we went there in these hoodies, and some people just licked us that you are looking very cool in these hoodies. So that's the photo. And yeah, that's it about that.
So the good point about these meetups is you will build connections for a long, long time. Like I said back then, when the Bangalore meetup happened, Aditya had graduated. Now we have graduated, but we still get invited to events based on MLSAs and all. So you will build a very nice, close-knitted network, which is actually good for your personal professional growth. And as Rohit mentioned, hackathon, I realized we had missed one thing. So this year we judged Imagine Cup Junior, last year as well. So we judged Imagine Cup Junior for AI categories, both of us, 2 consecutive years in the row. And those were also good opportunities that you will get from the whole community. Next slide. Yeah, these are more pictures from the Delhi meetup. The funny part is the whole meetup was basically sponsored by Microsoft. So the other image you can see we have cold drinks and pizzas stacked up. Rohit should cover more of it because he had around 11 espresso shots.
Yes, so it's always fun hosting these meetups. So we had this meetup hosted at Microsoft Gurgaon office, and the fun part about that was so basically the two of us we were in charge of
Rohit,
the entire
just
meetup.
a minute, just a minute. Are you able to hear me properly?
I knew it. So we are so I created the person. If you're hearing, please unmute yourself. So I'll unmute you later on. But for now, we were good to go. So that was a really fun meetup we had. Um, there were many stories about that event that we had to share, but this is the one. So I inserted this picture. So we were in charge of everything from like handling swags to food to everything. So this picture that you see right here, um, Arnie, I think you have not muted still. If you can mute it, you would. So we were in charge of everything from like arranging food and swags to everything. So hello. Okay. So that's the picture where we were literally carrying. So you can see those big boxes of dominoes and cold drinks, so that we were taking it over to the office, into the office premises. So yeah, that's about this image. And yeah, I think we'll move ahead then. Anything you want to add, Arpita? Otherwise, we'll move on.
Yeah, I'm just getting a lot of echoes. But yeah, it was a good meetup. Like we had a good number of sessions, good number of speaker lineup there. So for connection wise, it was a very nice meetup.
And just to tell you, like, what is the power of this meetup? We had people joining from across the India. So we had people like this was not a sponsored meetup at all. Like we were covering expenses of attendees, but we had people joining right from states like Kerala, like literally South India, and they came to our meetup all on their expenses. So we had a really good meetup back then.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll move to the next slide. Okay. So yeah, over to you. So should I take this slide, Arpita, or you're taking this?
Yeah, you can take the next slides.
Okay. So again, this is a quick video that we have sessions 22. This is from DTU campus in New Delhi, and this was again a session that was hosted by ADC itself, and we went there as speakers. So we had a really fun time over here as well. And one on the right side, you see this over here. So again, me and Afida, you can see both of us here. So we were there as speakers. And like up till now, you might have seen a lot of these slides, but what's the gist? Like if you want to summarize from these slides. So it's basically that you might have seen various parts of Arpita being there, various parts of me being there, various parts where we both have been together. The whole gist, if I have to summarize for these slides, it's that these programs give you a lot of opportunities, hell lot of. So you have endless opportunities to explore things, how they work. You have endless opportunities to upskill yourself, which is very important. But in today's world, just upskilling is not important. It's also very important to find your connections, build your network, because your network helps you in every aspect that you can imagine, in like technical domain to non-technical to scenarios where you have to find a good placement. So then you can rely on your network. And I can assure you that having a huge network has helped both of us in every domain that you can think of. So it has helped us technically, it has helped us in landing our internships, it has helped us in even progressing to our career. I the current position that I am, I literally had the founder of that company reach out to me on LinkedIn just by having a look at my LinkedIn profile, and that's how I made the switch to the current position that I'm in as a Microsoft consultant. So we both really can't stress enough how impactful these programs are and why you should really get into MLSA program. So we have walked you through so many photos. Every photo had a story, and these are only not even, I'll say, 5% of the entire experience that we have gained through this program. There are a lot many sites, lot many stories, lot many memories to cover. So both of us have been into these programs since 2020. So I joined MLSA in January 20. Back then it was called as Microsoft Student Partner, so MSP. Arpita joined it in July or August. But by then it was rebranded to MLSA. So it became MLSA. But yes, we both have had very rich experience. Like we have been one of those peeps in this community that people reach out to. So most of the MLSs that have been like in cohorts after us, they all have reached out to us for some other help, and we have always had fun assisting them. As well as we have had so much fun exploring things, upskilling together, and then landing gaining new experiences, upskilling together, and then into our careers. So that's one of the main benefits that you get from these programs. And your network really helps you a lot. Like I am sitting literally besides Arpita here, and I think uh, I can say to you as a testament that you actually make good friends from these programs. Like we both are really good friends right now, and we both still work together on various aspects in community, on career wise. So it's really impactful, and these programs really help you a lot. That was a brief summary, if I had to put it up, based on the previous slides that we have covered, that has covered. So these programs really help you. And yeah, again, one more slide to cover. I think this should be the last one. So again, this slide that you see, this video is from Microsoft Office, where we were called to a very close session, where we covered about the Windows Insider program and Azure and other aspects. I don't, I think the video is done, but this was a very close session, and we also had a very great experience. The picture you see on the right, again, it's from one of the sessions where we both are speaking. You can see that. Uh, the second slide over here is from one of the again calls that happen for Windows Inside MVP. We will walk you through the program in next set of slides. But yes, most of the calls that we used to take were on Teams, be it for MLSA or Windows Insider MVP or the generic MVP program. And yes, we also had a lot of fun in AR VR. So the picture that you see on the leftmost side, it's from one of the fun activities that we undertook. There was a platform called as All Space VR. Basically you allowed us to dive into virtual world, so it was a complete mr platform. So if you had a headset, you could literally jump into a whole new VR experience. But if you do not had it, it was a 2D world, so we had a good fun over there as well. So yeah, now we will cover a bit information about these programs. So enough of our experience. Now we will walk you through some general experience, how things go, and what are the process to do that. Um, yeah. So when we speak about events, so if we speak about events, so what you will do as MLSA, you will keep on hosting events. Like you can do a lot, but events is also one of the main activities that you will be doing. Like you can build content, you can write a blog, you can build a YouTube channel where you cover stuff. You can host events, so you can target these events for maybe students at your college. You can go host a society or make a community at your own campus. You can go ahead into like general tech community across India. So that's something we both have done together as well. So you can go to different campuses, you can go to different states, and you can take sessions over there. You can take workshops, you can take like unconferences, is totally up to you. So how the events happen in MLSA is you have an initial upgradation. So we will walk you through the various milestones that we have. But there is an initial milestone, and post that you get an alpha milestone. So for upgrading from alpha to beta, you have to host an event. So that's the first event that you will be undertaking. Mostly you can have it on Teams. I'm not sure of the rules if they have changed now, but back then it used to be that your first event was needed to be hosted on Teams as a virtual event. Post that, you can take multiple types of events. So they can be um, you can host your own separate events. You can participate as a co-speaker at a session that or event that someone else is taking. You can moderate in an event, and you have lots and lots of options. But these are some of the main options for context. Now, you can take it in any format that you wish to. You can take it as an offline event, you can take it as a hybrid event, or maybe completely online event on Teams or maybe on other platforms. So that's how you cover them. And yes, you have to take these events on a regular cadence. So if you keep on taking these events on regular cadence, it helps in reaching new audiences. You can build your network, because then people know you as an established speaker, that you are sharing your knowledge. Because learning these skills are important, but more important is the fact that you can go ahead and present these skills to a set of audience that's sitting right in front of you, be it virtual or be it in person. So you get to build your network, you build your own profile that helps you. These experiences go in your resume and are very much appreciated by these recruiters when you sit for placements. And if I speak specifically about MLSS, so you are considered for the gold milestone, which is the last, but it's like the best milestone that you have. It's the last milestone of the program. So we will cover that going forward. So over to next slide. You want to cover milestone, Arpita?
Hi, I accidentally turned off the camera. Yeah, okay. So ठीक है. The people who know it from very ago, there used to be one alpha 2, beta 2 kind of cases, but now it's not like that. You get enrolled as a new ambassador, and initially, like 1 2 weeks, you get your accesses and tenant access and all of those. And well, things have changed a bit now, but just an overview. It starts with a new ambassador. Eventually, you become an alpha, like you complete learning paths, you get transition to alpha, then you become betas. For betas, like Rohit said, normally you can either host an event, or like in my case what we did was I moderated for an international level event, so they transferred me to beta. So these are the two alternates that you can do that. And now there are certain perks that come with it. Like you will, like other than the swag box and the badge, you will also get further perks like in our time I think we had the vouchers as well. I'm not sure if it's there right now, but from beta the final transition is gold. And okay, you have the gold swag box and all, and with gold you will also get opportunities to speak on reactor platforms, to collaborate with MVPs on projects, to be a beta tester. Like I think we beta tested GitHub code spaces. We also did a project for Microsoft educators. It's not available in India, it's I think US UK based. So you will get those kind of opportunities as well, and that's how the transition works. You can go ahead.
Yes. Yep. So should I take this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So the process has changed a bit now. If we have folks here who already are MLSs, you might be familiar that there used to be an application-based process, but now it has changed a bit because they wanted to regulate the process a bit more closely, and that's also based on the feedback that we have given. So we also have given a lot of feedback to the program on how they can improve, and this is one of the things that they have implemented. So now everyone is MLSA by default. So the moment you register for the program, you're accepted right away. But you have a task to do. So you get a total of 3 tasks, out of which you can choose one. So based on your interests, so we have different tasks, like you can share content in your community, and based on like the viewership that you get, you are accepted. Or maybe you can go ahead and host a cloud skills challenge on Microsoft Learn, which is their learning platform. So you can have other people learn about Microsoft technologies, and then you can be onboarded in the program. Similarly, we have other tasks as well. So once you complete these tasks, you are accepted into the program as one of the MLSs. So this is a general overview of how you go ahead. You can find this on the MLSA website. So if you look up the MLSA website, you will get all of these instructions. So yeah, moving ahead. Okay, so now we are on to the second aspect of our talk, which is about the MVP program. So, want to take these slides, Arpita? I'll hand it over to you.
Yeah, it's good. You can take it up.
Okay, awesome. So, MVP, again, this is also something that's very close to our hearts, because the previous slides that we walked you through were from the ones that covered basically our student aspect, you can say, because back then we were students and we were MLSs. But now that we have graduated and we are working, we are in the MVP program. So we will quickly walk you ahead to what it takes to be an MVP. So, but first, we will walk you through Windows Inside MVP program. Sadly, this program does not exist anymore. It has been retired. But back then, this was a very great program that was run by the Windows team. So we were in touch with Windows team. We were previewing new Windows features. People here should be familiar with Windows Insider program. Like if you are using a Windows PC, you should definitely have seen that. And if you might be familiar that Microsoft first released their Windows 11 builds in Windows Insider program, and we have a huge, huge participation from audience. So many of the people they join this program to get early access. So that's what you do generally. So you join this program to get early access to Windows builds, and you can get experience to new features. You can give your feedback. You can literally shape new features over there. You get to do a lot in that program. And that's where Windows Insider MVPs step in. So they serve as a leader of that Windows Insider community. So basically, you are an expert in installing these builds, giving feedback to the team, and maybe you are training other people onto what Windows Insider program is, why you should get into it, what are the benefits. So it helps you if you are a developer, if you are a technical enthusiast, or maybe if you are one of the people who are interested in like serving as one of those IT guys in a company. So if you are into that administration aspect, you are very much assisted by these programs. So that's basically what Windows Insider program and Windows Insider MVP programs are in general. This program has been retired, but you have an option to go ahead with Windows Insider program. So you can go ahead onto their website. It's insider.windows.com and simply check out their documentation and how to register. So if you are running a Windows PC, you can simply jump into your settings and search for Windows Insider program, and you can get all the instructions on how to go ahead. So we have multiple channels, and they have like different Windows builds going on with varying level of features and bugs. So it's like the more closer you get, like you might have seen it. So the more stable build you get, the lesser features you have, but the if you are ready to trade in your experience in exchange for some bucks, you can get access to features that are in development. So it's a really nice experience. You should check it out. So both of us have been Windows Insider MVPs, both me and Arpita. And this is just about this program. So this was probably the second stage that I wanted to speak about. Now we are moving ahead to the final stage, which is the MVP program. So you want to speak Arpita here? I'll hand it over to you.
Okay. So the main MBB program, so you all know MBB stands for Most Valuable Professional, and we have this one-liner description on the internet available. So you all know what it is. But how do we actually become one? Like, what are the criteria Microsoft expects when it wants an MVP? So the first thing, obviously, it's your expertise in that particular Microsoft technology. So you cannot apply to become a Microsoft MVP with Google Cloud or Amazon Cloud or things like those. It has to be a Microsoft technology. It can be anything. It can be Azure, Power Platform. There are various categories, and we'll walk you through that. Then there should be community contributions. Now, how can you have community contributions? You can write blogs. You can speak about the particular topic in events. You can have your open source projects, or you can also spend time answering questions on Stack Overflow or Microsoft Tech Community. So basically, some place that shows your digital blueprint, digital blueprints is important. Then what else? Networking. So the whole agenda of all these programs, wait, sorry, the whole agenda of all these programs, MLSA MVP, is that you get to engage, you get to network with the Microsoft professionals, the MVPs, and you can attend the user group communications and join them. So once you start discussing technologies, your topics change to technologies, you will be able to gain more knowledge, and the more knowledge you gain, the more you'll be able to speak about it. So that is one thing which is noted. Then there is nominations. Okay, so to become an MVP, you have to be nominated by either a Microsoft FTE, a full-time employee, or an existing MVP. But that is a different thing, because once you ask for nominations, they will ask you for a list of things you have done, like why should we nominate you. So make sure your contributions are visible, right? So speaker sessions, blogs, and things on YouTube, just visible sessions. Next slide. Sir Rohit.
Okay, so you might have got a gist of this program. If you're familiar from before, it's good. But if not, we are here to guide you through the program. So again, just for context, it's a very competitive program, and the selections are very competitive here. Like you will find maybe one selection from a batch of maybe thousands of people. So that's how competitive this program is, and it has a lot tremendous value associated with it. So you are recognized in the whole industry if you are an MVP. You can literally go ahead and flaunt this title that I am one of the MVPs. So that's how good this the value associated with this program is. and you get access to like direct Microsoft channels. You get direct access to Microsoft product teams. You can do a lot with them. We will walk you through that in the upcoming slides as one of the benefits. But for now, how can you become an MVP? So again, Arpita walked you through it already. So either you can reach out to an active MVP. So for instance, maybe you walk to any one of us and you ask that, okay, we want a nomination. So any one of us will nominate you, one of the active MVPs. Otherwise, if you are in touch with any of the Microsoft employees, you can reach out to them, saying that you have to basically hand out some of your contributions. So giving some information as to what you have done and why you should be considered and what is the particular technology domain. So you need to choose a domain here. So we have like a lot of programs from Microsoft. So let's say maybe you are active in the cloud computing space. You go walk to an MVP and you ask them to be considered for Azure domain. Maybe you are active in, let's say, AI. So you can, maybe you build stuff with OpenAI. So you can then ask to be nominated for the OpenAI domain. So you get the gist. So there are a lot of programs. Maybe you work with, let's say, GitHub, or maybe through Visual Studio Code. You can ask to be nominated for that category. So we have separate category for each of the products. So you can get access to it. And once you get your nomination, you have to fill out an application form along with some answers, what your contributions are, and other answers. So that's when you are considered for this program. And again, you get early access to all of these Microsoft products and services. You have to sign an NDA first of all. So for context, an NDA is a non-disclosure agreement. So it's basically that you will get access to like very secret information from the insides of Microsoft, but you have to promise them that you are not going to share it. So that's what the NDA document is. And you have very close relationship with the Microsoft product teams. You are basically working with them. You are giving them feedback. There are some aspects where these MVPs have also done even code contributions. So you can contribute to these products in code or non-code ways, and you get access to that community. So you can network with other MVPs. You can host events. You can do a lot. So that's a basic gist how you have to go ahead with this program. Um, yeah, so we have already walked you through. I'll just walk you through the slides. I will be sharing my screen again. Okay, so yeah, so my screen should be visible. So we have different award areas. So if you scroll to the page, you can share the link with you afterwards. So based on like we have different award categories, and then we have some technology areas. So one award category covers like multiple products in that particular domain. So right now, both me and Arpita are active in the AI platform, and we have the same technology areas as well. But let's say maybe you are interested in, let's say, data platform. Maybe you are into data analytics and you want to go ahead with data platform. Sure, you can go ahead with that. Let's say you are very much active in DevOps. Maybe you work with Azure DevOps, or maybe you work with GitHub products or similar products. So you can go ahead for developer technologies. Maybe you are active into Azure domain. So you can choose a technology area from here and you can choose to be nominated for this domain. So you get the idea. So we have so many areas and we have a lot of products in this whole chart. So you can pick any one and then accordingly you can apply for that particular domain. So I'll quickly go back to my PowerPoint slides.
So just adding to what Rohit said, there are multiple fields. You will have multiple options. It's not that you get only 2, 3. You have more than 20, 30 options. You have ample of choices. So make a good choice. Like whatever field you like, make good projects, make good community impact, and go ahead with that.
Yes. So now I'll hand it over to Arpita to cover the benefits.
Okay. So everyone has these questions, right? कि ठीक है हम join तो कर लेंगे, but क्या फायदा है हमें? It again makes sense. ठीक है, MVP will give you the trophy and all, but what are the other benefits that you get that you can utilize for your projects? Azure credits, वो खैर MLSA also we used to get around 100 USD. Here we have 1000 USD per month. Ample of Azure credits, build whatever you like. Like Rohit and I, we build random VMs, random custom vision models. कुछ नहीं है, we are just trying things out. So you will have the liberty to do that. You'll also get access to Copilot premium versions, GitHub Pro. Okay, so GitHub Pro, I know most of you are not aware of it, but it comes with like advanced insight tools. You'll have GitHub pages, you'll have protected branches, you'll have particular graphs for your repositories, like the graph for commits, the graph for frequency, and all of that. You will obviously get LinkedIn Premium, and I know a lot of you want LinkedIn Premium, so you'll get that in MLS incentive also. You have M365 Enterprise and Copilot 1 year subscriptions. There would be a 50% discount for certificates. So we will cover certifications next. And to all of those who want to apply for internships or full-time jobs right now or are planning to apply, please make sure you have at least good 2 to 3 certifications on your resume. A lot of recruiters look out for it. Additionally, in this, we also get Visual Studio Enterprise benefits for coding purposes, but that is fine. A lot of you like to work on IntelliJ. That's a personal choice. Next slide. Yeah, Rohit can take it up.
Okay, sure. So we'll walk you through the final aspect. We'll cover it very quickly because I saw the time and this has been a really good talk. Like we have already gone over time, but we'll try to wind it up as soon as we can. So the final stage is about Microsoft certification. So obviously you can do Microsoft certifications and you can add it to your resumes, which add as a testament that you are familiar and you have experience working with this particular technology. So the screenshot that you see here are for the some of the fundamental certification that we have from Microsoft. You can check the whole catalog on their website. So now, why and how? So these are industry recognized certifications. So let's say if you are planning to go ahead with then maybe your company requires you to have experience in Azure, or maybe let's say you want to learn new skills, so you can go ahead and get these certifications. So we have three particular categories. So you start with fundamentals, and then you go ahead with an associate level certification, which is like a mid level, and at the top you have an expert level certification that you go for. And these certifications are role based, so it's not like you can pick a random certification. You have to start from beginning as per the career choice. So let's say maybe you're aiming for Azure, so you have to go for Azure fundamentals exam, then you have to go for like the associate level certification for Azure, and finally you go ahead for Azure administrator, which is the final level. So that's how you go ahead. You can simply check out Microsoft Learn with this link that we have shared. So it's just learn.microsoft.com. We have a separate certifications tab that you can go check out, and you can explore like whatever certifications you are interested in. You can go ahead and take those exams. So Learn is a complete comprehensive platform. So first of all, you get learning content over there. So you go learn these technologies and then you register for an exam. So yeah, these are different cloud skill challenges that you take, and you can now get free certification vouchers from there. Now there are multiple other ways to get these vouchers as well. I'll quickly check if this is the last slide. Yes, this was the last slide. So there are multiple ways to get the certification vouchers for free. Do you want to take that, Arjun?
Yeah, I can take that up. So, okay, other than your incentive benefits, normally when Microsoft Ignite or Microsoft Build, all those international level conferences they happen, they come with a cloud skills challenge. So you can choose to participate whatever track you want. Like they will normally come with 7 to 10 options, and like this is one that I won for M365 Enterprise track. But you will have 7 to 10 options with Azure, with AI, and all of those. You can select any of those. You have to complete those challenges before the date surpasses. And if they feel like you completed it properly and all the modules and sandbox testing was done, they will add a certification exam voucher to your profile. So now instead of paying 10,000 for that certification, it's free of cost for you. So that is a good perk. Whenever these developer conferences take place, please stay on watch for such challenges because the certifications will help you in the future.
Yes, and additionally, you get to learn a lot there, like what's trending, what's happening in with different products, and it's very important to stay updated in today's world. So, thanks the work. And with that, we have come to an end of our talk. So, as a again a brief refresher, so we have an activity. Okay. So whoever started this Discord activity, okay, no worries. So as a very quick gist of what we have covered today in this talk. So we both have been associated from the start in these programs, and what we gave you today was a very brief gist. Like I said already, we did not even cover like 5% of our actual experience here. But we have walked you through the most important stages, and these programs give you a platform to learn, to upskill, to build your network, and it helps you in your career going forward, in your education, to building your own network, to maybe finding your own friends.
Bhaiya, can you unmute yourself, please? Hmm. Is there any problem?
Hello. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, I think someone muted me. I was not sure what happened immediately, but okay. Uh, Promise we'll wind up very quickly. But as a short summary, so we both have walked you through our personal experiences, and like these platforms give you a stage. So Microsoft has these comprehensive set of programs that take you through whatever journeys you are a part of. If you are a student, you can apply for MLSA. If you are in professional, you can apply for MVP. And these programs give you access to communities, and then you can check all of your boxes out of these programs, like building skills, learning new skills, then gaining value in your network, building your network, making good friends, progressing in your career ahead, like whatever it is you want to achieve. Microsoft has something in store for you. And I think we both are really indebted to Microsoft here for these programs because they have literally changed our lives. So definitely we will also recommend you to go ahead with these programs and apply for it. And yeah, that was all from my end. Do you have any closing words or? Okay, you are also on mute.
Yes, yes.
I can't.
We can't hear you, Arpita.
Yeah. To whomsoever who has muted Arpita, can you please unmute?
Like,
We'll
it's
wind up
not
very quickly, we
possible.
promise.
It's
Yeah,
not
I think
possible
it's
that
not
anyone
possible
can.
as like a moderator, but to whomsoever who has muted Arpita, please unmute.
If she can unmute herself, but
No,
it might be a
actually we
problem with
can't.
mic. Just give me a second. Who is
Am I audible?
Yes, you
Yes,
are
now
audible.
you are. Okay, so whomsoever did it, that's very wrong. But okay. we are here to cover our talk, so we'll wind it up. So yeah,
Sorry for
Arpita,
that.
your closing remarks now.
Yeah, anyway, I was saying if you people want to get certified, please refer Microsoft Learn other than referring to multiple documents and go through the previous year or the previous batch questions. That's it.
Yes, so with that, we have come to an end of our talk, and now we are open to questions. So whatever questions you have, you can send that our way.
Okay. So someone just asked in the chat that so like which year you started MLSA, as my third year is about to start and I am wondering if it's too late.
Okay, so I think it was in our second years, right, Arpita?
Yeah,
Yeah,
starting of second year.
yeah, but you can still go ahead and apply right now. Like there shouldn't be any issue. It's like you might get lesser time, but the exposure you'll get in this time will still be worth it.
Right, right. And someone also asked, could you please explain about the pathways of MLSA? And I think that it's clear now.
Yeah, we already
You can
covered
drop your
that, but
questions or you can ask directly to the speakers right now. Here.
yeah, about pathways, do you have anything to add on to that? Okay, so I think we don't have any questions.
We will just wait for some seconds. People are typing up.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's wait for some seconds.
Guys, you can unmute and ask the questions. You don't have to type.
And Kirtan S is asking, I want to pursue my career in data science. Any advice for that?
Okay. So you have any insights, Arpita?
I did not pursue a career in data science, so I should not be the one to answer. Rohit, you can take it up.
Okay, so to some extent, I have gone though I switched my field, so I'll still take up this question. So if you're interested in data science, like first of all, upskill in those requirements of data science that you have. So you want to check out like Python, SQL, visualization tools like Power BI, Tableau, and going forward, like just learn about AI in general, like learn about these algorithms, maybe get some hands-on, and finally learn about cloud because all of the models that you will be working in data science will be deployed on a cloud. So you want to check out MLSA for sure because you have to learn about Azure anyway. So yeah, upskill and build some projects and start looking for roles. That will be the general way of approaching data science and how to go ahead with the career.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
And another question, is it necessary to be a college student to be part of MLSA, or a school student can become M1?
Okay, I'll let her to the take.
Yeah, okay. So you need to be at least 16 years old and above, and you have to be a part of a full-time accredited education institution, which is like school, college, but at least 16 years and above. So let's say you graduate from college, the program ends with you. It won't be carried forwarded to your profile.
And another question from Draco. Have been on the community influencer path where I am supposed to achieve 250 preferred visitors, which I am not sure what preferred mean. I am trying to provide decent and pretty useful content with respect to the threads to my LinkedIn or in my college groups, but I don't get a good growth yet. Any tips?
Okay, so you have any points?
Yeah, okay. So 250 preferred visitors means a minimum attendance of 250, like at least 250 attendees. And tips would be it depends on whether your content interests them or not. So let's say you're talking about something very simple like a data platform. Now, if you pitch it as a data platform and you just burden technical terms, very few people will be interested. So you'll have to make it interactive in a way that attracts people. So let's say you go like data platform, you add a bit of stickers and swags because people like that nowadays, and you add interactive quizzes, Kahoot activities, or things that would actually make people think like, okay, this seems it's interesting. Because a lot of people are doing the same things nowadays. Any points by you, Rohit?
Yeah, so Arpita has already covered most of the parts, but basically it comes down to how you differentiate yourself. So you have to invite people to view your content. So you'll have to work on multiple strategies for that. Maybe like if you are sharing it in an offline event, try to make it more useful so that people can actually go ahead and check out that particular content. If you are sharing it in like an online context, maybe on a website or somewhere else, or maybe in your college WhatsApp group, try to make it more interesting so that someone will actually think. It comes down to that skill ultimately, that how will you make someone check out something. So by you think in their place as to like why should someone check out that content, what value will they get, and you will get like some points in how you can differentiate your content. So that will be the answer, and accordingly you will have to check out your strategy.
And another question, as a starter, the requirement is to complete 1000 new modules in Microsoft Learn from other people, which is kind of high. How can I achieve any tips?
So you're talking about the learn challenge, okay?
Yes, yes. He's asking about Microsoft Learn.
Yeah, so okay, I'll let Arpita take first and then I'll have one.
Yeah, I don't think it's a particular number like 1,000 modules. They would have asked you to complete a particular learning path or something like that. But 1,000 is an exaggeration. I don't think there are even 100 to that. Like
Yeah,
I'm trying to look it up if I can see this 1,000. I don't think there's 1,000 anywhere.
even I'm not sure, but let's say even if the number is 1,000, let's say, what you can do there is like you can have students take up these certifications related learning paths. So what will happen there is they have a lot of learning modules, and if the people end up doing that, you will get like a um, lot many number of modules that have been done. Let's say you want people to explore AZ900 related paths, so at least you will get like 20 to 30 modules already done up.
Yeah, and normally one learning path has a 20 to 30 modules tops.
Yeah, exactly. Like don't make them do just maybe one or two modules, present them with a complete learning path. So you can also make your own collections, so add maybe 10, 20, 30 modules so that people get like a whole comprehensive learning from that particular uh, area where you have built the learning path. But I think they also have a Discord server. So you can go ahead and you can actually chat with other people as to like how they are going with it, how they have built these challenges. If you check their website, you will get a link. So you can go ahead and also ask this question to the other people who are there or who are performing these tasks.
Yeah, otherwise the best thing to do is whatever topic interests you, start in that because anyhow you'll have to learn about it.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And Kirtan again is asking, is data science field a good choice to take up?
Yeah, obviously. Like, okay, with the recent onset of these LLMs, you obviously have a lot of data science roles coming up. Not just data science, like it's whole in that superset of AI related um roles. So whether it is data scientist or it's like AI engineer or maybe prompt engineer, all of these fields have really gained value. So if you're looking for data scientists, sure, you can go ahead. It has a lot of value.
Yeah, plus there's a lot of hiring around that domain as well. So okay.
Yeah. Yeah. As much hiring you have going in for like SD related roles, we are seeing the around almost equal requirements right now. But one thing, like you may or may not get as much roles if you are seeing in Indian context. Like you should also be ready to go for like these remote roles and all if you are especially targeting data science roles, because you will get a lot of these roles from startups that are hiring from outside of India. So you can get remote roles from.
And any question, guys? Another one. Right now, I am a 7th sem student, but I have not participated in hackathons or contest, but I have almost completed DSA and front end. Please guide.
Okay, so your input at the first.
Yeah, I think, see, participation in hackathons and contests is not a necessity. People like it on resume because that is what makes you stand out. Everyone's resume is catered pretty much in the same way. So hackathons will make you stand out, and you're in your seventh sem. You still have one more sem to go where you can have like MLH hackathons. Those are weekend night hackathons. You can do those, and it's good that you've completed DSA because I don't think I have almost completed DSA. So that is good for you, but it's important that you realize which domain you want to be in. Like if you want fundamentals, so try to prioritize those more than hackathons or contests.
Yeah, so it ultimately comes down to your choices. Like people have different ways of progressing ahead, and it comes down to how you differentiate yourself. So that's the exact wording. But at the end of the day, your focus should be that you are also upskilling yourself. Like you are not just doing it to maybe post on your LinkedIn or something like that. Ultimately it should benefit your profile in the long term. So think about that and accordingly make a decision. Like if you are comfortable sitting in a hackathon, sure, go ahead with that, because at the end of the day you will learn a lot from hackathon. You'll work with a team. So if you want to upskill that way, it's a good choice. If you are maybe you're not comfortable sitting with a team, so just keep on upskilling on your own. So you can go ahead with that TSA route or development route. So yeah, that's all.
Makes sense. And also, Arpita and Rohit, I just wanted to ask you that, like, what's your learning approach while preparing for certifications and while getting some hands-on practice?
Rohit can take it up first.
Okay. So learning approach basically it varies based on certifications. Like you cannot have the similar strategy, but how I usually take it up is like so when you go to learn Microsoft Learn, like I'm speaking about Microsoft certifications. So if you go to learn, you will find some learning content based on any of these certifications that exists. So you can go through their content, you can learn, you get these interactive videos that you can walk through. If you are also interested in learning further, they have like these labs where they build. So they have these sandbox environments, and what happens there, you can actually get access to that particular resource. You can go learn more about it, and you can do some hands-on exercises. So that's how I usually go ahead with it. Like learning based on different strategies. You can also go on to internet, do a quick search, and you will find lots and lots of people who build content around these certifications. So you have a lot of Microsoft employees, non-Microsoft employees who are preparing content for these certifications. So you can go check it out as well. Finally, you get access to something known as these test questions on Learn. I forgot the exact name, but you can take these test questions, and finally you're good to go, and you can attain these certificates. So that's how I usually go. Like, do you have anything to add?
Otherwise, you anyhow have to do those 1,000 modules, right? Those will help you with your certifications.
Yeah, so you have a lot of modules because a given module only covers like let's say a one unit of that particular course, but in that certification you have a lot and lots of things to learn. So you'll definitely tick a lot of boxes. So that's why we were also recommending to you before that you can base your challenges around a given certification and then you can present it to your peeps to complete it. Okay, we have a really interesting question. I wanted to take this up. So I have IT laptop is it enough to participate in hacking? So it really doesn't depend on what laptop you have. Like um, when you go through these stories of people, you'll find numerous stories on people where people are even doing these hackathons, learning new stuff on their phone. I've literally seen people like who have used their Android phones. So you know that Android is based on Linux kernel, right? So people have gone ahead and installed these terminal apps on their phone, and they have learned skills from there. So it's totally up to you. Your i3 is perfectly enough. If you have a laptop that's decent enough that you can go ahead and join these calls, open Visual Studio Code or any IDE of your choice, then obviously it's good for you. And yeah, do you have any insights after that?
For laptop, no, I don't have any insights.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. Like
Yeah.
whatever laptop you have, like you can be working on Windows, you can be working on Mac, Linux, but at the end of the day, what matters is if you're learning enough or not.
Hmm.
So most of you will find a lot of people, and especially in students, it's a lot common to go ahead and install Linux, and then you are showing it off to everyone that okay, I am running Fedora or I am running Kali Linux. But if you are not learning, all of that is waste. These are merely tools to make you learn.
Yes.
Okay, so
And
we have
another
another
question.
question that should I start with lead code and hackathon now or apply for internship?
Yeah, I'm
I'll
gonna
let
take
you
that
take
up. Yeah, I'm gonna take that up. First, I wanted to decide at least two domains where you want to explore jobs. Once you've decided that, you start building one project each or two projects each for those both the domains, and you open source those projects so that your recruiter can see what you have done. Secondly, start with lead code anyhow. Try to do the daily question, one question a day. At least start like that until the interview start. And as far as your hackathons are concerned, like I suggested, you can do those weekend hackathons. It will barely take you 2 weeks to get to a good hackathon or to get to a good rank. The motive is not to win, but to understand the process, to understand what it takes to make a project from an idea to an enterprise version. And applying for internships, well, you can start that, but I will recommend you cater your resume properly before you start applying anywhere because there's already a lot of competition out there. You want to add something?
No, I think you have already taken up. Like whichever way you go, it will obviously up to how you upskill. So hackathon is a really good choice, but anyhow, you will have to go with these platforms like Lead Code, or let's say if you are not that much familiar, then maybe you'll have to check out platforms like Hacker Rank and all of that. But at the end of the day, you'll have to eventually get started on these platforms if you are
Yeah.
aiming for like STE or related ones.
And the once you've done enough of lead code, you'll realize that some of those actually show up in your interviews. So in a way, it's preparing you for the interview part.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And another
Do you
quite
have any?
interesting question. Kirtan is asking, does CGPA matters?
Okay. I'll let Katada take that first and then I'll add my own remarks because I
Yeah.
have a lot of experience. Both of us have experience with
Yeah,
that.
CGPA matters. Do not listen to people who go like कि नहीं 70 से हो जाएगा. ठीक है, it's recommended you keep it above 80, but I'll ask you to keep it as good as you can because it's a different thing what the college puts as a band like as a eligibility criteria, but it's a totally different thing what the companies expect. A B, you're starting out, so all you have in your profile are projects and your GPA. Make sure your GPA is good, otherwise बाद में दिक्कत comes in shortlisting. Once you have 2-3 साल का experience, then your companies look good on your portfolio and stuff, but right now your GPA matters. Yeah, Rohit, you can take it.
Yeah. So again, it matters, but it also matters based on like whatever way of placement you're going for. Like especially if you're targeting on-campus placements, please make it as high as you can because on campus, the your placement cell will literally take it as a means to like put you out of a given process, and then they'll give an excuse that okay, your CGPA was not good enough, or they'll say that this company needed you to have like 9 CGPA or above. So you do not want to fall into that trap. If you're going for off campus, then the focus is also on CGPA, but it also comes to your proof of work. So the entire thing that we walked through over there. But overall, CGPA really does matter. Make it as good as you can. It will only matter until your first placement. Once you take your first placement, then what will count is your company and what experience did you have from that role. But initially, you will have to pay emphasis on your CGPA. Yeah.
And another question from Lakshman: how to start a community? Is there any best platforms to start a community?
Yeah, Rohit can take this up.
This is a very broad question that you have put up. But if you want to start a community, surely you can. Is there any best platform? Okay, so we can take this up. So if you want to start a community, like do a bit of research, like put do a bit of research around the fields that exist and how do you want to go. Let's say you pick AI/ML as a field, then you'll have to think on multiple parts as to what your target audience will be, how you will go ahead, how will you host events, or how will you connect with people. Will you put it in an offline mode or in an online mode or an hybrid mode? There are a lot many questions that you need to answer first of all. So you'll have to do some research and then you'll go ahead with the introductory part. Let's say you're targeting a community at your campus level, then things are a bit easier because your target audience is limited to your campus. You can get help of your faculties, so that's how it goes. But if you are thinking beyond that, then you'll have to get support from your external people who are working in community. That's why networking helps. Like me and Arpita, we put up a community and we could easily go out and ask for people's support to support in our community in the initiatives that we're participating in. We used to bring external speakers from lights of Microsoft, from different people who are working in community. So if you have a good network, you can go ask people about it. So that's how it helps. There are a lot of things that are to be considered there. So if you want, you can reach out after the session and like we can guide you on a very comprehensive level because it's like a very broad question. But I'll also go to your second question. Is there any best platform to start a community? So it depends on like what type of platform you're asking for. Let's say you're hosting an event. Then you have multiple platforms like for that, like Confab is there, you have Luma, you have Communal. So you have these platforms. You have meetup groups, so you can take registrations from there and all of that. If your priorities are maybe, let's say, for a completely online community, you can host it on Discord, just like ADC works. The whole ADC server here is. So again, it based on the answer here will be based on the context that you are asking for. So accordingly, it will vary. But I'll recommend you to reach out to like both of us after the session so that we can guide you more. We can understand what your exact requirements are and accordingly we'll guide you.
And Kirtan is asking how to improve communication skills.
Okay, you want to take this, Arpan?
No, no, you put.
See, again, this is something that will only come out of practice. Like you cannot gain good communication skills like that. You will have to keep on practicing how to speak properly. Maybe you can start off with your peers, like start speaking with your peers as to how you want it. Maybe let's say you most of the times you are speaking in Hindi and now you want to learn to speak properly in English. So try speaking with your peers in English most of the times. We speak with your siblings practice it in front of a mirror. If you're sitting in front of a laptop, you can try to record yourself randomly and like analyze yourself, like where you're lacking, where you think you can improve. Once you are done with that, you can maybe take initiatives. Like if you are in a campus, you can easily get access to these events and a stage where you can go ahead and practice speaking, presenting in front of people. Initially you get that stage fear, but as you keep on going, it keeps on improving. So it's like a whole process that you need to inculcate. So it goes from step one until like you become proficient. So that's how it goes really. And again, it's a step by step process. You can look up more on the internet. So that's how it goes.
I think we are done with the questions.
Really awesome. These are really great questions.
Right, right,
Really loves answering them up.
right. Okay, guys. That's all for the session, right? Okay. Thank you guys for joining, and thank you, Rohit and Pita, for turning in and delivering a very awesome speech to the
Yeah.
individuals here. Anything to say, Tejas? Yeah.
And thank you, Rohit and Harpita, for giving such a insights on a Sunday evening. Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
for
us.
having
It
us
was
here.
really nice. Yeah,
And
it was
even we
really
have
nice being
Sneha,
here.
who is a moderator for Azure Developer Community.
Okay, that's really nice. So good work, team, and thank you for all the audience who came up on again a Sunday evening to hear both of us speaking about our career journeys. So yeah, any closing remarks, Arpita, and I think we're good to
Closing as well, I hope the sessions benefited you. And if you folks need to reach out to us, you can reach out to us on LinkedIn or Twitter. We're quite active at both places. And yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we can quickly share our LinkedIn. Uh, pictures.
Yeah, I'll just add my Twitter one. Fine, you can reach out to us wherever you're comfortable actually.
Yes.
And also, Rohit, can you even share the MVP categories link?
Okay. Uh, I'll put it on the PowerPoint slide. But please folks keep in mind that the requirement for MBA is that you should be graduated. So let's say when if you are in your final year or you are going to graduate very soon, then this program is for you. Otherwise, consider MLSA as a further one. Okay.
And I think we can wrap up the session.
Yes, but I'm not sure why is it taking my text as a image. How
Wait, I'll check.
I will just paste. Okay, now it's yeah. I
Mm.
pasted as like regular text. Yeah. So this is the link. We have also shared our profiles, so you can reach out to us and like whatever questions you have, you can straight away shoot them right away at us. So with that, I can end this session then. So
Yep.
okay, we'll take your leave then, Tejas and Devansh.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone
Thank
for
you. Thank
joining
you for
in.
joining.
Have a
Thank you.
have a great evening and have a great day.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye
Bye bye
bye.
everyone.
Thank you, guys.